spring day in the Rose Garden to unveil our plan to create a fair, modern, and lawful system of immigration for the United States. And it's about time.
Hola.
Random selection
Hola.
is
¿Hay
contrary
alguien
to
ahí?
American values and blocks out
Hey,
many
you,
qualified
over there.
potential immigrants from around
Can
the
you come
world
out of
who
the
have
dark where I
much to
can see you?
contribute. While countless, and you
You're
wouldn't
probably
believe how
wondering
many
how I got
countries like
here.
Canada
But this is not the
create
best
a
place for
clear
me to
path
tell you my story.
for top talent, America does not. Under the
I think we
senseless
need to go.
rules of the current system,
Follow
we're
me.
not able to give preference to
I
a
will
doctor,
tell you how it all
a
began.
researcher, a student who graduated #1 in his class from the finest colleges in the world.
Oh, this is better. Now we can talk. Mommy and I went to the market. We were doing some last-minute shopping while Papi was getting ready for the big day. Papi is a prosecutor of the state, and Mommy wants to have a big dinner to celebrate Papi's promotion. Hey, you know what? I think we need some papas for tonight. Can you help me grab some of them? Ben, come here. Come on, hide over here. They were looking for us. We didn't know, but Papi messed up and he put away the wrong guy. Liberty is not how we operate here, and now we need to hide. Alto. I lost everything today, and like me, your life is about to change.
¡La policía! ¡Corran! ¡Corran!
No, no puede ser. We just made it this far. Now this? After everything that we've been through, is this really how a journey ends? I guess we don't have a choice.
Now that you've seen how all this works and how I got here, have you made your choice yet? A 15-second decision can change someone's life. What's your choice?
Today we mourn the death of State Prosecutor Héctor de Armas, who was brutally murdered along with his wife Lidia de Armas during an alleged cartel attack at his home last night. Sources indicate that Prosecutor de Armas foresaw the attack and sent his wife and daughter away to protect them. Sadly, Lidia de Armas' body was later found in Revolution Square after a presumed cartel hit. The whereabouts of the prosecutor's daughter, Maria de Armas, are still unknown. Authorities are now investigating her suspected kidnapping. Prosecutor de Armas was known in his community for his bold legal fight against the local cartels. Mr. de Armas attempted to leave behind a better future for both his family and people.
Now that you've seen how all this works and how I got here, have you made your choice yet? A 15-second decision can change someone's life. What's your choice?
Today, prosecutor Maria de Armas indicts 13 members of a local gang connected with an international cartel.
My mission for the last 10 years has been to unify the people of the border town and help them free them from the oppression and the corruption of the cartels.
After seeking and receiving asylum herself, Mrs. de Armas became a prosecutor and has dedicated her career fighting the cartels and cleaning up the streets of El Paso, Texas.
And so in 2007, you had this culmination of a couple of crises. Number one, people not feeling safe in Juarez. Number two, the drug cartel problem rising. And then number three, a sort of an economic depression in Mexico. You had a lot of people crossing the border. The drug cartel, they were using underground tunnels, for example, to not only get their drugs across, but also to traffic in human beings, coyotes. Coyotes would be the people who would help transport people from Mexico to the United States. And then 2 years ago, the situation on the border with kids and women and men coming from Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, that was a whole new phenomenon, right? Before we had Mexicans nationals coming to the United States. But it was understood that these folks were illegals. That was the terminology, right? They're illegal aliens. And that was the way it was said for a long time. I think over the years, the terminology helped the issue in that they're no longer illegal aliens. There's no such thing as somebody who's illegal. And they're not aliens. You know, they're not green coming from Mars. They're human beings. So terminology as undocumented immigrant. But these are immigrants, but they're undocumented. You had folks from Honduras, Guatemala, Nicaragua, more folks from Central America, because the political situation in their country was dire. Corrupt governments, criminal elements, gangs running amok. And so they were fleeing a country because the situation was bad. But the situation, the definition of a refugee, the definition of an asylum, it's a complicated issue. It is a complicated issue. It's not black and white. Nothing is in vacuum. Nothing is so one way or the other. Sovereignty has to mean something. Otherwise, we're not a country. But at the same time, we are a country that has benefited from immigration. So it's a conundrum. And, what would create more sympathy? That 10 kids die? 20? 50? I don't know. So I don't think the issue here is can we give people a sympathetic experience? I think what people need to take away from this is that it's a complicated issue, really, really complicated, with human beings and lives that matter. And if we are to be a more perfect union, we better figure out a way of how we can live together as human beings rather than us versus them. And I think once people understand that it's not us versus them, but we all benefit from having another human being next to us. I think maybe that's going to help.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.